I'm behind. I am so behind in what I want to release. Like, and I never thought that would be that big of a deal, but oh man, dude, it bothers me. There's days where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna upload something today, and then when I go to do it, I'm like, oh wait a minute, hold on, I still have like 4 days of footage that I haven't used yet. Anyways, so as I preface this again, if you follow my Instagram, which I fucking seem to say a lot, if you follow my Instagram, you know that I've been working for Bedlam Werks for the last couple weeks now, and my main job is their cinematographer. And it's not just like it's not doing, you know, like bike reviews or anything like that. It's legitimately being a part of, god damn, this road's fucking bumpy. It's legitimately being a part of the company and helping to document the story behind the business, and the bikes that we build and the projects that we work on. And if you guys don't already subscribe to the Bedlam Werks YouTube, I need you to stop what you're doing right now. Yes, that includes watching this video. Open another tab right up there. Type in Bedlam Werks, BEDLAM space WERKS, and subscribe to that YouTube page. And the only reason I'm asking you to do that is because a lot of my cinematic content that I do for that for work is going to be on that channel. It won't be on mine. When I started working with him, I specifically wanted to keep both of our content separate, just for the simple fact that there's no, I can't figure out the right way to say this. I wanted to keep our content separate because some of you only like motovlogs, some of you like custom bikes, some of you only like cafe racers. You know, it's, when you run a YouTube channel, you slowly find out that it's not really about how many people you have watch your content. It's about the right kind of people that watch your content, the people that want to watch your content. So if you guys want to see all of my cinematic footage that I will be doing with and for Bedlam Werks, I need you guys to go over there and sub them right meow. I started there at the beginning of this month. I started there at the beginning of October, and so far I've put out 4 videos. One of them really wasn't kind of cinematic-y and fancy. It was just an interview. But it was an interview with the fucking president of Royal Enfield. Like, what the fuck? I didn't put it on, but I recorded everything. It was while we were at Barber Vintage Festival, but it was fucking sweet. Like, how many of you can say you've met the president of a motorcycle company? And the North American president. They were both there. It was fucking ridiculous. So there's that. Update number 2. Sadly and unfortunately, Tessa is out of commission. And that's not a... it's a recoverable situation. I can, you know, do a motor swap, obviously, but with Miss Sticker and I getting ready for getting married in January and having to deal with finances, trying to figure everything out, and you know, I like to be able to plan my finances in the sense that I know that if something happens, I'll have enough. So for now, what it's looking like is that Tessa, and I've already drained her of oil because that's how I discovered that what was wrong with her. For those of you who don't follow Instagram, I drained Tessa's oil the other day, and it looked like metallic flake black paint. And if you guys know anything about motors, that's not good at all. Our lead mechanic said that it's possibly due to low oil or not enough oil getting up into the top of the motor, and he thinks that it's the cam bearings. But anyways, so you guys will see me on the road from now on. Tessa is at a point where I would love to do a motor swap, and I could. Like, I just go buy another motor and put it in. But for what it is and what I tried to make Tessa into, it was, I hate to say that she didn't have enough power, but she did. Like, the comparison between Ruth and her is totally two different bikes, and they're pretty much the same. So the plan is to cheaply do a front and rear end swap. Rear end will just be the rear shock. The front end will be a full fork and triple tree setup, which would be technically the cost of doing a new motor for Ruth. It's actually going to end up coming out cheaper. But I'm going to do that for Ruth instead of bringing Tessa back. And to say that Tessa wasn't really something that I ever planned on having for a super long time is not true. But I wasn't... Tessa was the in-between of getting Ruth fixed. And I love having two motorcycles. Holy shit, is it amazing. But what it would cost for me to put a new motor in Ruth, or in Tessa, I can beef up Ruth a little bit more to the which Tessa was at and have better performance. So I'm going to stick with that route. No, I'm not selling Tessa. No, I'm not getting rid of Tessa. I will be storing her at my parents' house so that later in life, whenever I have a big enough house or garage, she will be turned into a trophy piece, which is going to be fucking awesome, and I cannot wait to do. I've had this idea that because I get so attached to my bikes, and because they're so cheap, resale value is nothing, that I've always wanted to put them in, like the Barber Vintage Museum, or the Barber Museum, I guess. How they've got bikes in like glass cases and stuff. I think that's so fucking cool. Like, I want that in my house. Like, I want Tessa to be the center divider between my living room and my dining room. That kind of shit. Like, I just think that's so cool. So that's what I really want to do. So now that I've brought up tweaking Ruth out a little bit, my plan right now is to get a full Gixxer front end swap, and the only real reason I've chosen Gixxer right now is because for the home mechanic it's pretty simple to do. But given the fact that I work for a custom motorcycle fab shop, that's a fucking mouthful. Custom motorcycle fab shop. Given the fact that I work at Bedlam, I could pretty much put any front end on it, and I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just stating a general fact that Gixxer parts are really easy to find on eBay for obvious reasons. I love you guys who are at Gixxers, but come on, you're killing me. Like, so that's gonna happen. And the whole reason why I want to do a front end swap is because I want inverted forks. I want to do inverted forks with dual rotors, and I can do that for like sub 300, which is awesome. What are you fucking doing? You need to pay the fuck attention, dude. Just because you see a fucking ambulance doesn't mean you need to act like an idiot. Anyways. So, Gixxer front end swap, I'm trying to figure out if I want to do an R6 or, I don't know if the R6 will fit without modifications, but I know that the SV650 is pretty minimal for a rear shock swap. But I loved the R6 shock that was in Tessa. It was leaps and bounds, and I literally mean leaps and bounds better than what was stock. And I really, really enjoyed it. Obviously, the tail dragon trip was the only time I've ever had the back end walk out on me. Oh, I'm so ready to not stare at the sun anymore. So that's going to come down. If everything goes right and I can get everything set up, I will be selling my Honda Accord soon and get new tires and everything taken care of on her. That way I can buy the R1 next year. Yes, I'm going to be buying an R1. Yes, it's already been decided. No, I don't give a fuck what you think. Yes, I know I'll never use 1000cc in the street. No, I don't care. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Yamaha would cross-plane the R6, I would buy that in a heartbeat. I just want that cross-plane inline four sound. It's amazing. Like, oh, there's no better rumble. Even V-twins I don't think sound as good as the fucking cross-plane. Yamaha, you're doing it right. Don't stop that. But that is the plan. Currently, I recently just found an image, a photo that I've been needing to find on Google of just a naked 09 to 14 with no fairing, no gas tank, not even like the inner workings. That way I can start doing my concept work, have you, and start designing my Street Fighter. And yes, it will be Street Fighter. Sorry, all you R1 fans, it's not going to be stock. I never do anything stock with a motorcycle. So yeah, that's what's going on in my world. Definitely bump over to Bedlam Werks, sub the channel. I'm running it, so you guys know what kind of content you can expect. It's going to be a shitload of fun, and I hope to see you guys there. So take it easy.